Guys, please bear with me. I'm having some internet connection issues. I am trying to work on that now to get it fixed. Hopefully, I don't have to cancel tonight's broadcast, but I am working on it. Hopefully, we get everything fixed. So please bear with me on that. We'll be live here in just a second. We're still loading in. I don't know what's going on. I've been having trouble for about the last hour, or actually a little bit longer than that now, pretty much all day. But I'm working on it, so just please bear with me. Hopefully it stays good. We're going to kind of keep an eye on it here. We are watching qualifying right now for the Red Sox Racing Series. Week number 6 about to kick off here. Qualifying has already been done over on the GTE and GT3 side of things. Matthew Gosh up in the front row for GTD, and then Colin Weatherhalt has picked up the pole with a very close time against Mitch Heller in GTE. Right now, Paul Gibson on top of the board in the LMP2 class. Keep in mind, we may have to hopefully not have issues with our internet. That's the main thing I'm kind of worried about right now, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. So just bear with me while we deal with this. Watching Cameron Bidwell right now out in qualifying, currently second on the board. Best lap for him is a 1:12.579. As he continues on, qualifying did just end for these guys. We're actually going to hop over to the big screen and watch these guys right now. By the way, tonight's race is sponsored by Not Your Average Grain. We are using our older overlay because the other overlay for some reason is getting updated, so it's not working tonight, but that's okay. But anyway, 3 classes, of course, GTE, LLP2, and of course the GTE, I think I said that, or GTD. Either way, should be fun here at Long Beach. It's going to be a fun race. I have never been here. I was in here a few moments ago watching the practice and all that stuff that happens here. And it's been fun to watch. These guys got some very tight corners that they're going to be working around that we're going to be keeping an eye on that. We're going to definitely wait and see. Let's see if I can actually find up my track map because it'll help me out a lot. So, all right, here we go. If people want to know this track map, this is a 1.96 mile street course. It is in Long Beach, California. 40 mile an hour pit road speed. These guys do have to pit one, of course. It looks like there is 11 turns. The turn that's going to be fun to watch for us is going to be, I believe it's turn 2? No, turn 11. Turn 11 is the one I'm really going to be curious about watching. That I think we're actually going to be okay now, but I think I just fixed something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but just bear with me, please, while we fix this. It might take a moment to fix it, but we should be good here in just a moment. It kind of sucks. I don't think we're going to miss the start of the race by any means, so just kind of, hang out with me for a minute while we load back up. Let us know everybody's pretty much dealing with that, and it's messed up the internet here the last couple of days. So that's kind of what we've been doing or working with right now. Kind of don't have much of a choice but to deal with it from my end anyway. Of course, tonight's race, 30 minutes long on the Long Beach Street Course. Like I mentioned, 11 turns on this track. That's going to make things fun. I don't know how many cars we actually got here tonight. There was quite a few. I'm going to see if I can remember that off the top of my head how many we actually got. I think it was like 28 or so cars here tonight. So that's going to make things fun for us to watch. We're definitely going to keep an eye on that. As we are loaded back in, we'll be loaded in just a minute. We should be good before they go green. So, unfortunately, it happens. I do want to go ahead and make an announcement. It does look like I will be back again next season for this league. At least I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. We will be live Saturday as well for a special broadcast. The league that we're going to be broadcasting is the ISNF Cup Series, Throwback Cup Series. That's going to be fun. Never broadcasted it before, just kind of helping out another broadcaster. Going to be covering that Saturday afternoon, or early evening, should I say, around 5:30 or 6. We'll be live for that. And, of course, Sunday we'll be back with the ASL after a 2-week vacation. We've had a lot of vacations this week because the Daytona 500 and, of course, the Valentine's Day and all that stuff. So, we've had a pretty good lengthy vacation, which is nice sometimes. So, yeah. So we're loading back in. Thanks to my crappy internet provider tonight. And we should be good. Hopefully, once we get back in. If not, I just don't know what else to do. So, sorry about this, by the way, once again, guys. It happens from time to time. Paul Gibson with a really nice lap, though, 112.191. He did pick up the pole in the LMP2 with Cameron Bidwell about 3. Well, we'll go ahead and call it 4/10 off of the PG-13 driver. Mark Wilson, about 7, we'll say 7.5 tenths. And then Robert back there in 4th, about 1.3 seconds back. And then Jason DeVries, who did not put down a qualifying lap, but think he is in here. I think he's still in here anyway. All right, so we should be about ready to load in, it looks like. And we'll be good to go, hopefully, on our end. Hopefully everything's working good. Let me know. Make sure you guys are still watching this, hopefully. So we are starting to roll here. You guys will see that momentarily as well. We're still loading everything up, so. Uh-oh. Told you, internet having issues bad tonight, guys. It will load up. Just give it a second. Let's see. I did mention Colin Weatherhalt is going to be up there as well. There we go. I think we're pretty much good now. Everything, at least I hope. So the green flag is out, it looks like, actually. So I didn't miss that, apparently. But we are green flag here with the LMP2 cars are underway. Colin Weatherhalt also back here underway. We just actually finished the first lap, so we're not missing too much here. Yeah, I think we are. These guys back here are still really tight with each other. Yeah, the GTD just looks like they actually just took that. So, all right, here we go. LMP2 up front. Paul Gibson under attack right now from Cameron Bidwell. Not a 25-mile-an-hour zone, I might add. The PG-13. You can see this track on how tight this racetrack actually is. We're going to try to hop on board with one of our drivers. There's that big turn I was talking about, turn 11, as they work around that. Still nose to tail with Paul Gibson and Cameron Bidwell. Mark Wilson looks on. We're still going to watch the battle right now for the lead. LMP2 class GTEs are, of course, underway as well. Here we go. Here comes Bidwell looking to the outside on to number 31, trying to take away that top spot from Paul Gibson. Looks like he does have that preferred spot going into turn 1. He new leader, LMP2, and that will go over to Cameron Bidwell in the 56. A little bit further back. We've got some pressure back here. Where did it go? Actually, I have kind of separated a little bit now. That was Tommy Ryan. And Bill Lucky, this is for the 6th position. Tommy in that black and red Corvette that you see on your screen at the moment. And Bill Lucky, of course, in that yellow and blue Wildcats baseball. Here comes a big run from the 18. The one thing about this track, you've got to be really particular when you try to make a pass. Not a lot of room. And I think we may just disconnect. Oh, did we disconnect or no? I think we're good. Whew, gosh almighty, man. I'm telling you. It's horrible. So anyway, back up in LMP2. We can actually check back a little bit further in GTD class. Ryan Robertson having a lot of pressure put on right now by Chris Baumgartner, who is currently into number 30. You can see what this. Here's that tight turn coming up, by the way, that we talked about a few moments ago. You'll see it. We're going to stay on board with him for just a moment here as we ride on the visor cam with the number 30 car. Very tight corner right here coming up very shortly. You can see this track, it's a road circuit, so this guy's not really used to racing here. But there you go, turn 11, very tight corner. Seen a lot of replays and stuff on iRace of guys having issues with that corner. So here they come right at your screen, though. This Baumgartner still running P2 right now. Mitch Heller and GTE still running P2 as well. Trying to run down this Colin Weatherhalt, number 21 machine. Colin's been really fast all season long. Not super surprised to see him be as quick as he's been. I mean, he's continuing to do what he does best, and right now we see him leading the way here. Here they go through turn 11 again. Colin actually losing a little bit of time. Mitch getting that corner really nicely. I do want to mention that Kevin Kyle has had an issue. Actually, our pole sitter, Matthew Gosh, has had an issue. I did not actually see what happened to him because we was having the connection issues, but there you see. I had to start at the beginning of this race, I do believe. That's unfortunate. I don't think we had the event of that one. No, we do not, so that's unfortunate. Mitch Heller now, still working on the back of I do want to mention that Ross Boot not in here tonight. I did not see that. He did not, actually, he is, but he did not grid up. So some issues there with the 64 and the 60. Alex Rose also having some issues. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but Sorry, though. Hopefully we'll get back out here next week. Cameron Bidwell, new fastest lap at 1:12.850. As you look here at Les Turner trying to run down Robert Centerville. By the way, guys, we're talking about Not Your Average Grain. Make sure you guys go and check them out on Facebook. It is a military B Corp. If you've got a military member in your family, check them out. Trust me, it's all great products. As now you start to see LMP2s mixing in with the class. This is what makes things so difficult. We only got 4 LMP2s in here tonight, though. So it shouldn't be too much work for these guys to kind of maneuver through everybody. As you see Paul Gibson going around Les Turner, and Mark Wilson going to be doing the same thing right into the corner. There he goes, out front. I do want to mention that Matthew Gosh has came back out on track. Unfortunately, 2 laps down for the driver of the 2 car. I'm not sure what he has done in class. I think he's just 1 down in class, but still unfortunate. These guys do have to hit pit road as well. This race is normally around 30 minutes long, so these guys will have to hit pit road at least 1 time. Every class will, so they usually does make a big factor in the outcome of the race sometimes. Sometimes that pit stop a huge factor when it comes to determine who it's going to be. As you look out the back of Ryan Robertson, you see him getting passed by Cameron Bidwell. And they will go officially a lap down to the LMP class, but it does not matter, of course. And you see right here, it's a great view looking back at Chris Baumgartner out of the wing of Ryan Robertson. They work through turn 11. I love the sound of the cars. Mark Petrowski right now in P3 GTD. He's got a car here tonight. We are live on Twitch as well. Somebody just got some of the wall, and I do not know where it was. Don't see nobody. Definitely heard somebody smack the wall. Looks like everybody's still rolling here, so not too big of an issue, I hope not. Do want to mention that Tommy Ryan was able to get around Bill Paul Lucky now. Ryan has moved his way up into the P6 position. As you watch right now, Tommy, one of the best drivers in this series. We love watching Tommy race. Unfortunately, has not had the greatest luck since making the switch over to the Corvette. At least not yet, anyway. Big learning curve, I'm sure, driving from a different car. Bidwell, new fastest lap at 8:36 on the 56. He's out about 3 seconds in LMP right now. Everybody right now spaced out quite a bit more, which I'm not super surprised. We can go back to James Prostell. He's trying to catch Joe Firo, I hope that's how you say his name, in the 8th position in GTE. By the way, in case you are wondering the class leaders that you see, the yellow is for LMP2, blue is for GTE, and of course the pink is for GTD. Just want to push to make sure you guys understand. It's actually going to be a pretty good little battle here. These three cars, even though it is for 8th spot, Joe, James, and Terry Dahl. Here comes Terry in at number 53, Hamburg Brewing Company. Hasn't had the greatest luck here tonight, to be honest. I was watching him in practice. Wasn't super fast in practice like what normally used to see him. Unfortunately, just not having the greatest night right now. Currently running P10 in at the GTD. Or GTE. Prostell, of course, running that purple and black. Oh, somebody wrecked. Looked like Jim here at the 34 had an issue. Oh, there it was. I'm not sure what happened there. It's hard to see from that angle. Kind of see it a little bit down there. I don't know if he got help or kind of looked like he may have had help from one of them cars right there. I'm not sure who that was. Right? Oh, yeah, he definitely got the boot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Mind his business, trying to race, and unfortunately gets the shot from the back. It happens more. Oh, here we go. This is going to make things interesting. LMP2 catching up to these GTE drivers. That is, of course, your LMP2 driver Cameron Bidwell currently leading, going to the outside at number 56, but may open up the opportunity here for Prostell and Terry Dahl. They both give up that spot. Well, not really a spot. We'll see if it can help James get up back up to this 012 and try to take away this 8th spot. Actually, Prostell may have got some of the wall right there. And then you see more LMP2 cars going around some of these guys. Everything is kind of spaced out right now, which is actually kind of surprising. I mean, if we go back to Battle for GTE, you see Chris Baumgartner, who is now in the lead because there was an issue with Ryan Robertson, who is on pit road. Remember the car we talked about that hit the wall? Well, this is who hit the wall, and he is on pit road. Unfortunately, has taken his quick repair. I want to see if we can actually back this up and see when he actually hit that. Now, he did lose the lead. There's a little bit of damage on that side. Right here it is. Actually has happened multiple times here. Here's one area where it happened. Missed the turn, it looks like. Now, this was after he lost the lead. Missed the turn completely. Of course, he is part of that VRS satellite racing team. Trying to back it up just a little bit more. I don't know if we're going to be able to find it, but definitely some damage, or was some damage anyway. And unfortunately, he drops all the way back to P7 in class. And I think he may still have to hit that as well. So Chris Baumgartner takes up the lead in GTD class, the PG-13, with Chris Shieldsmith. Robert Centerville is on pit road. I don't think he's got any damage. I lied. He's got actually quite a bit of damage in that very nice BMW. Quite a bit of damage on that car. Not sure what happened there, but some issues definitely happened on the racetrack. Here's Christopher Jimenez. Good to see him back in here, by the way. I haven't seen his name in a moment or two. But he is running right. Oh, blinking a little bit. Actually gets into the wall. And Jimenez. Oh, flips. Where did he flip from? What's this? Now, this was a glitch on iRace's part, I think. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know if it was or not. Did he get some contact here from the LMP? He's blinking out a little bit, but right here. Oh, yeah, Cameron Bidwell plows into him. Now, let's check the damage on our race leader. You know, he may have plowed into him, but I don't see no damage. I think Cameron's actually going to be okay. So a lot of stuff happening around the racetrack right now that we're not catching just because this track is so different. So, I mean, there's so many places where you can have an incident happen. It's just so hard to keep up with it all. We're kind of trying our best to do that, but let's see here. Everybody's still kinda not really battling. Here's Prosto, actually the only one really battling for a spot for 7th place still in the GTE class. Has caught back up to Joe here in that 012. I do want to mention though that Cameron, even though he got involved in that little whatever that was that happened, has lost a little bit of time on Paul Gibson. Gibson back up to now 2 seconds. It was down at one point, I think it was like 3 seconds. So we're kind of keeping an eye on that. Mitch Heller's still 1.5 seconds behind Colin Weatherhalt right now for the top spot. And Chris Baumgartner right now, at the moment, got the GTE well in hand. He's about 8 seconds, 7.5 seconds or so. No, we'll call it 8 seconds ahead of Chris Shieldsmith. Wow. We are at the halfway point of this race. And let's actually do something. Let's get a ride around the Long Beach Speedway. Since we're coming to the start-finish line, here you go. We'll ride on board with Cameron Bidwell into LMP. See how fast this track actually is in this car. He goes into turn number 2. This time down to 2nd gear. We are closing up on another driver right here in front of you. You can see there's a lot of blind spots in this racetrack. I mean, it is very tough. I mean, every corner pretty much a blind spot. You don't know if somebody's having issues on the other side. Especially if you're as low as what we are in this car. There we go. That's more right. There he goes, making a pass. Not for position, of course. He's been out front for a while now. Coming up on the back of that Lamborghini that you see right there in front of you. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, not Ron Robertson. Might be Keith Ostraker, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Keith right now running P5. There's your lap around Long Beach in the LLP. Brian Stroudbeck is on pit road. Let's watch and see how long it takes, like we normally do, and the Porsche to get filled up and underway. Not going to take tires, I don't think. Be very surprised if you see anybody do that. And Brian get ready to go, and 7.9 seconds in the pit box, and a total of, this is a long pit road, so a total of 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.8 is what we're looking at for pit road. And that seems about right. I feel like that was actually a pretty good stop, so we'll kind of keep it on that. Here's Prostel. He is on pit road and has already completed his stop. Did do a really nice job in his box, 6.1 in his box. That could actually help him as we watch him exit pit road here. See what kind of time he puts down. Yeah, 39 seconds and still hasn't gassed up, and there he goes. 39 seconds total time on pit road, but did wait a moment before he really gassed up and went. As you see Les Turner coming down. This is GTD pit stops. So we will see him come down as well. We'll keep an eye on him as he goes into the box. Looks like a pretty good entry. I don't see him taking a lot of fuel here, maybe 9 seconds worth. And that's exactly what it was. Make it 10 seconds, 10.2 seconds in the box. He's done it away in the Batman Lamborghini. I think for the GTD, anything under 42 or 41 seconds will be good. And he will have a 44 seconds. So a little longer, it feels like, on his. Now we'll get back to the racing, as we still got a lot more pit stops to go through. A lot of GTEs have not pitted. None of the LMP2s have not pitted as well. As you see Mitch Heller trying to run down Ryan Robertson. By the way, you see right here, that is Chris Baumgartner getting passed by the GTE class. Nikhil on pit road. Here we go. The driver pits from the number 3 spot. Oh, he may not have much of a choice, actually. Look at the hood on that thing. He ain't got one. The rest of the car actually looks pretty good. He just don't have a hood. We'll see how long it takes, though. With him pitting the way he did, he's going to definitely take a quick repair. It's not really going to hurt him, I don't think, for when he pitted. Done it away, 7.6 seconds in the box. Looking for anything less than 40 would be great. And a 40.8, so not a bad stop there. Colin Weatherhalt, still waiting on him to hit pit road at GTE, same as Mitch Heller, Tommy Ryan, Bill Palucki, all has not hit pit road yet. Same as none of our LMP class has hit pit road. Here we go. First driver coming down pit road, LMP2. See right there, that is Mr. Paul Gibson coming down. Paul with a few wins this season as he is in the box in that LMP2. You can see where he's pitting at. He's done it away up in that first pit stall. Pretty good pit stop, it looks like, as he's going to be down and away already in 9 seconds in the box, or 9.2. with a 42-second stop, so probably a little longer than what he really needed. But we'll see how that works out for him here once these other LMPs hit, because I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at for pit times as far as they go. We'll say, though, Mitch Heller is closing in a little bit here on Colin Weatherhalt. He is now under right at a second as they work through turn 11. I feel like Mitch getting a little bit better as this run goes on. As Cameron Bidwell, our leader, LMP2, in the pit stop or in the pit lane. If the battle gets closer, by the way, for the first and second GTE, we will jump over to that instead of watching the pit stop. As we watch Cameron Bidwell, your current race leader, LMP2, she's done it away. Yeah, definitely a better, as far as field-wise, he took way less field than Paul Gibson. And this is going to look like about a 40-second stop, it looks like. We're waiting to confirm that. But, yeah, 40.5, so he will be down and away. All right, battle's heating up for the GTE. Mitch Heller running down. Colin Weatherhalt. You see Mitch right there, Colin right there up in front of him. Actually, that section, Colin actually gained a lot of time and extended it back out to over a second as they worked through turn 11. Watch for pit stops to happen right here. Yep, there he comes. Colin on pit road. Does Mitch follow? Mitch Heller does not. Stays out. That will, if Mitch can make it, he will be allowed to take a little bit less fuel. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But here comes Colin Weatherhalt down pit road in that number 21 PG-13 car. Anything less than 40 is what you want, it seems like, for the GTE. Down and away. 8 seconds in the box. Anything less than 40 seconds would be ideal. We're still watching to see here. 41.1, not horrible by any means. I felt like he did leave a little bit there in the pit box, but not horrible. Mark Wilson has left pit road as well. Or he is currently leaving pit road, as you see on your screen. 42.5, so definitely not the fastest, but not horrible. Bill Paul Lucky on pit road. Hold on, Bill Paul Lucky. Yeah, is on pit road. We'll definitely wait and see what kind of lap time he puts down. Looks like Mitch Heller could be coming this time as well. And yes, he is. So we'll jump over to him here in just a moment. Paul Lucky, a 41.3 second. Here is your second place overall, or second place in class, should I say. Mitch Heller pitting after race leader. We'll see if he has enough to win the race off pit road. I apologize, guys. I dropped my controller to the floor, and it completely went crazy. I'm so sorry. Pretty good stop. This is going to be a close race here between these two. It'll be close. There he is. Can he get him? No, he does not. Colin Weatherhalt retakes the lead. But, granted, one reason for that was because Colin actually had a 1.8 second lead when he came in. So that lead has shrunk a little bit, though. Take that back. It's actually at 2 seconds now. Couple cars coming down pit road. You see Joe still waiting on Terry. There's Terry coming down pit road as well. The only car we are waiting to hit pit road now is Robert in the 199 LMP2 and David Berry here in the 14 GTD Valvoline car. So that will complete the pit stop cycle once these guys hit pit road. We'll wait to see if David hits it this time or not. We are coming to the end of this race. Already coming to lap 24 here momentarily. And there you see David coming down pit road this time. I would expect Robert to be very close behind. Don't think he could be able to go much longer, but I will say watch for him to take a way less fuel, probably not a lot at all, I would say, in the 199 car. Working through turn 11 now. He should be pulling off the track this time. come down pit lane. He does not. Wow. I did not think got a battle. Colin Weatherhalt, Mitch Heller. Battle for first. LM or GTE. Oh, Colin. Oh, I thought he got back in and started snapping around. On board right now with Mitch Heller running right behind Colin Weatherhalt. Trying to run him down. He's putting a lot of pressure on him, though. That's one thing that you got to keep doing is keep putting pressure on. Try to force him into making a mistake. Granted, that is very tough to do against a guy like Colin, I feel like, but you never know. Well, we had an issue a bit further back. Not sure who that was that got stuck in the wall. It was Jim, unfortunately, again. But we're going to stay with the battle for the lead for GTE. Mitch Heller putting a lot of pressure right now on Colin Weatherhalt for this race lead. You see him going through turn 11. Right there's your distance. Turn 11 is going to be a factor, I think, in this race somewhere, somehow. See the distance as they go by on your screen. You see Mark Wilson as well, of course, the LMP2 driver. We got 4 laps to go in the race for the LMP2s. Colin got out of that corner really nicely. That's a great view right there. You kind of see the distance. Here's where things are going to get interesting. Heller's going to let the LMP2 go. He did that at the right time, though. Very interested right here, though, with the LMP2 and Mark Wilson. Could cause a factor in this race for the lead for GTE. You see the distance a little bit further. On board with Mitch Heller now. And you see Mark Wilson getting around cleanly around Colin Weatherhalt. It's a great looking view of this street course. I'm so glad that they actually finished this track. This is the first time I've ever broadcasted the race here, as you guys probably tell. It's a wild looking track, man. I'm not gonna lie. It is a good one. Not much right now anywhere else on track, by the way. That is one reason why I'm mainly focused on this one. Maybe have a battle for 5th here in a moment. So let's did get around David Berry for 5th in GTD. But still a few seconds off of that, I believe. We are coming to the white flag next time by for this man, Cameron Bidwell. Oh, there goes Bill Palucki around. Palucki spins it. You see some cars going by him. Very tough place to turn around. Oh, he hits the wall a little bit. Prostell goes around him. Still waiting to try to go forward. He's got to wait. Oh, very tough here. There you go. That's the issues that happened. Mitch Heller may have gotten involved. He did. Heller gets involved. Oh, boy. And there's the damage. He's still running P2, though. But here it is, and you can see nowhere to go for Heller. That is just horrible for him. As he is now 8 seconds back, that was going to cost him this race for sure. As the white flag going to come out this time for Cameron Bidwell and everybody else behind him as well. Oh, you got to feel bad for Mitch Heller. I've said it before. He's a very good driver. He's just got the worst luck so far when it comes to closing out these races. Man, that is horrible. Such a blind corner to go around it. And honestly, I don't know if I really want to put that on Paul Lucky by any means. He waited there for a long time. He thought he had to open it and couldn't get the car converted all the way around. That's horrible for him as well. I mean, I can't put that on him for that reason. I mean, he had a big gap, and when he had to turn it around, I mean, this place is such a narrow racetrack. You see Chris Baumgartner right here getting past. He's going to get the white flag as well for the GTD class. As you see the final couple corners here for Robert. As the checkered flag waves. And Cameron Bidwell going to put it in victory lane for PG-13. In GTD class, Chris Baumgartner puts it in victory lane for PG-13. In GTE class, it's going to be most likely Colin Weatherhalt putting it in victory lane for PG-13. Don't know if we can get much different than that. That's a clean sweep right there for PG-13. That is a wild one, man. And there you see Weatherholt getting the victory, or getting the checker flag here as well for that Ferrari class, or Ferrari. And there you see Bidwell up front, still doing a fantastic job. Once again, another win for Bidwell. This was a fun race, though. I'm not going to lie. I actually like this track. I didn't think it would actually be that fun. I mean, I knew it would be tight, but there was a lot of close racing in this one. So we are going to be interviewing Bidwell, of course, Colin Weatherholt, and, of course, Chris Baumgartner. We didn't talk too much about the GTD class tonight just because it's such a big gap over there. But still a big shout out to Chris Baumgartner here once again tonight. As you see these cars doing another circle around this racetrack. They have to do this, by the way. This is part of what you have to do in the Red Sox Racing Series to make sure you get your maximum amount of points. Baumgartner on pit road as well. And of course, Weatherholt going to be joining them there here momentarily. Another good race is in the books here for the Red Sox Racing Series. Not super surprised by any means that it was as good as what it was. We're going to be talking to some drivers here in just a moment after a PG-13 clean sweep here tonight at Long Beach. First one we're going to have in the booth is Cameron Bidwell. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Nothing much, man. Had some internet issues at the very beginning, but got to see the whole race, so that's always a good thing. Talk about Long Beach, man. This place, it was fun. I ain't going to lie. Actually, this is my first time ever broadcast. I've only been to this track once, I think. That was actually a very fun race to watch from my point of view. Maybe not from yours, but hey, another win.
Hey, man, whatever makes the show good, that's what matters, right?
For sure.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I'll tell you what, even with all the practice we've done, you know, once you start a fresh session here, I feel like you really just need to warm up and get that that momentum going. This track is very specific on where you turn in, where you late apex, where you don't, and with all the bumps in the P2, it's just so hard to string together a perfect lap. So yeah.
Yeah, how much of a rhythm track is this? You kind of just hit on it right there. How much of a rhythm track is this? Like, you have to basically memorize a lot of these turns.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was meaning by that. Like, the entire time, you're trying to hit your marks, and the gearing in the P2 at this track is absolutely horrendous.
I
So,
was wondering.
yeah, like you come out of the hairpin going onto the front straightaway, and in first gear, the GTE cars will literally pull like 4 car lengths on us
Wow.
before we actually wind the things up. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I wish Paul did a little bit better than he did tonight. He was having some computer issues, and his
Oh.
frames were hitting strange and weird spots. So
Glad it
I think
wasn't
he
just
was
me.
yeah, I think he was a little off on his pace because he was definitely quicker than me in practice and qualifying.
For sure.
So, I hate to see that, but I definitely love getting a win. So,
Hey, first win, man, at Long Beach for the Red Sox Racing Series. Shout outs and all that you want to give out.
yeah, PG-13. I'm pretty sure.
Sweep, yeah.
I think we swept all the classes tonight.
Yes,
So
you
that's definitely awesome, man. So shout out to all the guys who came out and shout out to you guys as well. And as always, and you always put on a great show for us, and you make us look good out there. So
I
thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Next up, we got the other PG-13 driver. It is Colin Weatherhalt, finishing P1 in class in the Ferrari. You had a pretty good race going there for a long time. You and Mitch Heller. He got caught up in a little accident there at the very end, but man, that was some fun racing between the GTE guys tonight.
Yeah, it was really, really close with Mitch and I. I messaged him right before the race starts, and it's like, man, I just hope we make it through it because it's going to be nose to tail the whole time. And it really was. We were nice and patient with some lap cars, but that turn one surprise really caught him. And I think I was a little bit more fortunate to just be further ahead on the track and see the wreck before he did.
Talk about this racetrack, man, because there is, I was talking about in the broadcast, there is a lot of blind corners. How do you really approach that? Because you really have to be careful. I'm sure you're watching for a flag to be waved at any corner you're going into.
Yeah, definitely watching for flags, listening to crew chief, make sure there's not a crash, and definitely watching the relative to make sure nothing funky's going on there. It's really, really tough track, nice and bumpy. Obviously, I think us PG-13 guys really like the street courses, it seems like.
Yeah, it seems like y'all might have these well in hand. Yeah, man, clean sweep by you guys. Good job tonight. Another win. Victory lane. Congratulations. Shout out to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just big shout out to you, Les and Terry. I mean, you guys put on a top-notch show for us to come race. PG-13, I think we did really well tonight. And I think Trent's on baby watch tonight. I think his wife is being induced. So congrats to him and his baby daughter, Mackenzie.
That's awesome.
Team Velocity RC, Cam's Oil, Impact Racing, OMG, Control F12. I think we all just work really hard, and I appreciate what you guys do.
Hey, y'all did a good job. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Next up, Chris Baumgartner. We got you, man, GTD driver here tonight, finishing P1. It was a wild race for you as well. You did space out a little bit there, of course, over the course of the race, but talk us through your night, man. Another victory for you here at a very tough racetrack.
Yeah, it was really difficult. I definitely didn't have the pace that Gosh or Robertson had, but lucky to kind of capitalize on some mistakes there. So those guys were definitely quicker. I really kind of went into like protection mode. I thought I was on a 0x, and I looked after the race and it said I had 4. So I got to go back and figure out like what I got because the car's clean. So
yeah, I put it on my screen as well.
Yeah, so that 2 points is a big deal.
Especially
I'll have to
top points battle it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's been so quick all season, and he's just been so consistent. So to see a mistake out of him this evening was pretty uncharacteristic. So be a tough last 2 races for sure.
Let me ask you this, man. I kind of want to move on from Long Beach, even though I really did actually enjoy this track. I thought it was really fun. Next week, Sonoma. Everybody's got somewhat of experience. I feel like on Sonoma, even in these cars, it don't really matter. I think any car has been there for the most part on iRacing service. How do you feel about Sonoma? It is the Indy circuit, but how do you feel about going there?
Well, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'll let you know after I turn a lap there.
hey, I don't think a lot of people have faith in this track, man, to be honest.
Yeah. I bought it and I just never got to it. The series and stuff that I was running were just never there, it seems like. So I definitely have a big hill ahead of me to run with these guys. So
I think you'll be
hopefully
all right.
I can get some laps in.
Yeah,
I hope I can get some laps in. Yeah.
I don't think that track's as hard as this one, my personal opinion. But who really knows? Anything could happen. So
This one's so white knuckle.
it's
the whole time.
tough. You're up on the wheel. I bet. You can just see. Like I rode on board a few times with some guys. I think even you a couple of times, and you're working the wheel the entire time around this place.
Yeah, it really is. It's a workout for sure.
I
So,
bet. Hey, good win, man. Shout outs you want to give out?
hey, I appreciate it. Thank you guys all for putting this on. This has been the best series I've been a part of as far as the clean racing and the camaraderie, and you do such a great job with the cast. Trent and I were talking last week, which, good luck to Trent and everything that he's got going on tonight. We have more fun reviewing your broadcast and watching it after the fact than we do driving. So you do a great job, and we really appreciate it. Of course, thanks to Jess and Amy for putting up with me, and all the PG-13 guys for also putting up with me.
It's always fun to try to listen to a redneck call a road race. That's always, kind of funny. Either way, man, y'all
do a great job, man.
Y'all do a
great
good job
job
too. Y'all make it fun. You make it easy for me to broadcast. Let's put it that way. And that's not a joke. Like, I absolutely love this league. I've been here now, I think, like 6 seasons, 7 seasons. Absolutely love the league. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all make it fun.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, and have a good week.
Yes, sir. Well, there you go, guys. There is your interviews here tonight. That was a Chris Baumgartner. Good interviews. That was some great interviews by the PG-13 tonight. Hey, Trent, we do hope that your wife has a successful birth. That's awesome, man. I don't know how many kids you have, but there's nothing like it. I promise you. You will enjoy it. Congratulations to you and your wife. Make sure y'all tune in Saturday. Special broadcast coming up. We do appreciate y'all for dealing with my issues. We got it worked out, though. We only missed like a lap, so it worked out really nice. Thank y'all very much. Mitch Heller, by the way, did not call that out. Did finish second. He actually did finish second. Better yet, let's do this because I feel horrible if I don't. So there you go. There is your results tonight from tonight's race. Cameron Bidwell, Paul Gibson, Mark Wilson, Robert in fourth in the LMP P2 Delara. Colin Weatherhalt picks up the win against Mitch Heller. Nikhil, Brian, Tommy Ryan. There's James Prostel back there as well. Can't forget about him. Joe and Terry both finished 7th and 8th. Probably not where they wanted to. But there's your winner, Chris Baumgartner. Chris Shieldsmith, not a bad night. Ryan Robertson. Robert actually, I don't think that's horrible for him, honestly. I know he probably wanted a little bit better, but good run for Les, actually. Finally put together a race in this one and finished in P5. That's great. David Berry, I've been waiting to see David pop back up. He's had a couple off weeks, or off season, should I say. It's a matter of time. We'll see he'll break out. There is Bill Pawlucki finishing 9th in the GTE, which keeps their striker back in 7th. As you look at the rest of your field. That's going to do it, though, for me, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. Sorry we had our issues, but make sure you check out Not Your Average Green. Thank y'all for looking and watching tonight. Y'all have a great night. Take care. God bless.